So I think pretty standard what I expected. The little difference here being from Creation, they're going to go double McCree and the Widow. So Bromos, who can play, he's great at flex. He can do McCree, he can do Zarya, he can play DPS characters, the off tanks. You know, he can do what's needed. Having him play the double McCree and letting Lynx have his run at Reaver, I think that's decent. I think that's the matchup I want to see this entire set. Is Reaver versus Lynx. Who's gonna win this?
Overwatch was shut down for a reason.
So we've talked a lot about, you know, people to match Reaver. Lynx is definitely one of them.
Yes,
Lynx, especially like, it's kind of interesting. Lynx doesn't always go off to the same extent that you would see a Reaver go off on, but his counter Widow, his Widow v Widow presence is second to none. We've seen him give Widows like 2 easy fits. We've seen him give basically any Widow in the game fits. And Lynx versus Reaver here, this is going to be exciting because I think Lynx can potentially pull this in his favor.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be harder for him. He must have 120, 130 ping.
And there it is.
That's a huge kill by Lynx. That's going to open up the site. No, it is very hard to get the first pick off of Reaver on this map. We've seen so many times Reaver get the first pick.
Yeah, it's happened a lot, and right now Cloud9 getting pushed back by Creation, and I gotta say, after we saw from the first round where we watched them, Creation looked like they just had a fire lit under them. I don't know if it's a sleep deprivation, you know, unlocking their hidden potential or what, but Creation has been playing really, really strong today.
Yeah.
Even stronger than they did earlier in some earlier tournaments today, where they looked like they were kind of messing around a bit versus Reunited.
It's 3:49 in the morning over there, and they do not care. It's all good.
So that being said, Reaver versus Lynx 2.0 on the way. Reaver in trouble. Down he goes. Lynx with the pickoff. And this is great. This is like a David versus Goliath story. C9 rushing in. Some of them are going to get picked off here in Creation, holding firm. Really not too bad coming out from them, but we do have an Earthshatter coming in from the defense. That's going to clean up some of the remainder. Recon site coming out, and down goes Reaver again. Lynx is feasting right now, Slasher.
Lynx is 3-0 against Reaver in these Widow battles.
The difference is, though, compared to 2 easy, Lynx is too classy, the Type 3-0 in chat.
No, but
what's that Mendo who Type 3?
You know what? This is so good for Creation, because Reaver usually doesn't lose these Widow battles, let alone 3 or 4 in a row, and I wonder if that's going to get to him a little bit. It's been a long time since Cloud9 have been out-aimed and out-pressured in that way.
So maybe there's a little bit of caster karma going here. I'm going to watch Reaver's point of view here as he goes for Lynx. I've been watching Lynx. Lynx has rewarded me with some greatness. That being said, look at Lynx hiding behind the Reinhardt shield, not making himself an easy target, but no, Lynx is going to go down. Apparently, I am the decider right now. Slasher, I don't even know. Cloud9 starting to roll in here, but Creation holding it somewhat strong. They will end up getting the point, but still not a bad early defense here on Gibraltar. They bought themselves a lot of time.
Yeah, not bad. I think that was actually a pretty decent hold for what they were given. Lynx won the battles against Reaver for the majority of that time. The one time he dies, it was the one time that Cloud9 is able to push through.
Yeah, and it goes to show like how big winning the Widow v Widow fights is right now. Lynx with the double kill. Lynx going off on Widowmaker. Sleep deprivation, unlocking his hidden potential. Or I don't even know anymore, but he's fighting versus Reaver. Lynx versus Reaver, and he takes him out. So what I'm getting here, Slasher, is that the Widow I'm observing is the one who wins the fight.
No,
I don't know.
Like, people need to know how impressive this is, because more than likely they're playing on East Coast server, and Reaver lives in New Jersey, meaning he pings like 15. Lynx is playing with 130 ping, and he's winning the Widow versus Widow battle over and over, which is so hard.
And he just took out Adam. Lynx is having himself a game. I mean, you know, I said earlier, you know, Lynx doesn't always go off by wins Widow v Widow fights, but Lynx is actually finding a way of going off. That being said, take a look at Reaver's point of view. Reaver now definitely looking for a revenge. I know, you know, as a Widow player myself, I know if the other Widows killed me like, you know, 4-1 or something, I'm on a little bit of tilt and I want my revenge.
I mean, at what point does Reaver switch off of, or do you think he's going to just keep going at him?
Oh, he's going to stay on, and he just, Bromos got way too greedy there, and this could be a tragic mistake for Creation. Now C9 moving forward, Reaver on the prowl, looking for his pickoffs. And C9 getting right in there, double kill for the Winstons, and Reaver able to take out Lynx. My track record being the decider is just staying, it's a thing right now, Slasher. I don't know. Might be drunk on
Well, as
power.
much as you are deciding games, just as we talked about earlier, Bromas goes out, tries to be aggressive, tries to get a pick. Instead, he dies, and that has allowed Cloud9 to push. Even though they might lose this team fight, they got the checkpoint. So one kill, one death by Bromas over there allows a 5-on-6 to happen, and that allows Cloud9 to get momentum and to get the checkpoint. And that's why aggressive pushing, because of respawn times, really doesn't yield the results for a lot of the time I think that teams are trying to get.
No, I totally agree. I mean, Bromas, he went to aggro there, went for the extra pick, wasn't able to get in. Lynx takes out Reaver. I am the decider no more. A nice pick off as Surefour flanks in on Lynx. One of the only ways that Lynx might be going down this game. Surefour is going to go down. Both teams trading out kills here. Oh no, not like this. That was so good up at, what was the timestamp up to that point? Maybe we can just sort of, I think maybe we can get them to replay it. It's not going to be even alt-wise, but I feel like we can replicate that situation. Like, it was so close.
It is the final. They did just get the checkpoint.
Yeah, it was literally right after getting the checkpoint, so maybe we can recreate that, but man, one of those days, man, one of those days as far as the server stuff goes. Servers, hang in there. And Reaver able to... Yeah, I'm looking at the VOD myself here.
Wings is doing work, and in that last portion of the map, Widow is probably, that might be the most effective Widow spot on defense and on offense in the entire game, which is on Gibraltar. Either on defense on the bridge, which you can pretty much look into all the way into the line of sight, into the spawn on offense, and then if you're on offense, if you can get on the bridge across from that and peek into the defensive spawn, you can hold there and push the cart the entire way through. So that area for Lynx versus Reaver is only actually going to get so much better. Whoever wins that battle, either Reaver's going to win and that's going to allow them to push the cart, or Lynx is going to win and they're going to hold full out on the map.
So we're getting back in the lobby here. We're going to decide what we want to do, but man, that the servers doing that in the end, just talk about a buzzkill. The Ripperinos today, it's just been a thing, guys. I'm so sorry. It's out of our control. We'll try and maybe recreate this if both teams are down. I think that might be doable. We'll see.
All right, so
Numlock saying I'm dead on the inside.
Invite.
Oh, man. Poor Numlocked, man. So, I'm going to invite you into this lobby. This is Cloud9 versus Creation, the Alienware monthly melee. We're slogging it through as the servers just randomly deciding to do terrible things to us right now. It happens.
But what we are learning, again, in Overwatch, Europe versus North America is always a show. Just like in all the other esports, especially in FPS history, definitely delivers. Even on internet games at 4 in the morning with 150 ping for one team, when the servers could go down and die at any time, still makes some sick games when they exist.
All right, one second here. I'm talk about life and philosophy. I have to like somehow mediate a solution here. Slasher, what do you think thus far? Wait.
I guess we'll see what they're gonna do now. I think it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I mean, Creation couldn't have had a better opening. That they were having a good map. I mean, besides Bromas overextending and probably causing them the entire hangar portion, I think that Lynx winning 6 or 7-1 of the Widow versus Widow battles, yeah, they should be winning. I don't know if that could happen again. I think it's going to be very hard for Lynx to do it again, just based on ping and such. But he's going to have to for them to get that type of advantage.
So something's going on with the Blizzard custom games. I think they're fixing the crash issue. They said, quote, we're pushing a fix now. So I think...
All right.
All right, hang on here. Fix is being made here. So we'll be back in game here in a moment. Maybe we'll just go for the full replay, since that has been the standard all day. Trying to find the best thing for the teams. Really, I do think full replay is the fairest. Oh, that's unfortunate because there was such drama between Lynx and Reaver for that entire time. I mean, Lynx was making it a fight.
Yeah, he was winning. He was winning the duel, and that's what gave Creation the opening. So he's gonna have to do that again for them to succeed.
Okay. We're getting told it is safe to start, so hopefully we have good things heading for us here. One can hope. So new lobby, we're going to replay. It's, again, this has been probably one of the more taxing days of Overwatch with the servers, randomly encountering errors and restarting, but it does happen. Hopefully it'll stop.
Do we have a patch?
It's a server-side patch, I believe. And people wondering, have I been casting for 12 hours straight? Not quite. I started at 11 a.m. my time, so I've been casting for about 10 hours straight. I knew today was going to be rough, but you know what? I'll have all the time to relax on the plane tomorrow. If you can, well, it's a connecting flight. It's on American Airlines. God help me. But, I don't know. Getting you in here, Slasher.
Make it happen.
So this is getting fixed. Hopefully our server woes will be over shortly. We're going to be getting the creation team in here. We're going to be replaying what we had on Gibraltar, and things will fall where they may.
They got to be honest now. Same lineups.
Same lineup.
Same lineup.
Can't switch it up.
Nope, can't do it. Not cool.
Yeah, and just to chat up, Bizarre Haze, I see the some of my stream faithful in here, and yeah, I mean, the only reason I haven't been streaming as much recently is just all these different casts that have been going on. It's hard to, cast for, 8 hours and then go into an 8-hour cast. Casting is draining. I'm not even sure how I'm still around right now in a 10-hour cast. I think it's just sort of adrenaline coursing through me. I wouldn't want to do this every day, but Overwatch tournaments wrapping up for a while. Why not end things with a bang? Of course, real end is going to be this weekend where you get cool stuff coming at you at PAX. But as far as online tournaments go, I think this is the last tournament before closed beta ends. Slash, you might be able to correct me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah,
I believe so, because PAX will be over and then beta will be shutting down shortly after. So nothing until open beta, which would be good. I think open beta, we get to have another tournament. Maybe we'll get a one hero limit tournament ZP. Maybe we'll get a tournament without the 2 capture point maps. And maybe we'll get a tournament with a modified version of Stopwatch.
Yeah, no.
Those are my dreams, okay? I want those 3 to be tried during the open beta phase before launch. I think that, the game is still young, obviously. All the players that are in it are good players, but there's so much to learn for everyone for this game going forward, because it's a pretty deep game and there's a lot of heroes and characters and just the way the mechanics work. It's going to take a while for people to figure things out. But I have to say, from my honest opinion of watching all the tournaments from the first and second beta phases up until now, watching double heroes in certain situations has gotten kind of annoying, especially in maps like King of the Hill, where every game is 2-2-2, and it's made it kind of lame. It's cheesy, and it doesn't seem as intuitive as it would be with one heroes. That's a lot of the reason we're seeing double McCrees now. We saw double Traces before and double Winstons, because Winston and McCree is really good in that situation and on that part of the map. Why would you just not have 2 of them? I mean, if you're forced into having a McCree and a Soldier, or Winston and a Zarya, like we've seen some teams like Creation have had Winston and Zarya by choice on King of the Hill, but forcing them to do Winston and Zarya instead of double Winston or double McCree, I find that to have provided better games, both as a player and as a spectator. So I know Blizzard is not really up for it. They don't want one hero limit. They want people to be able to change whatever they want. They want people to play the 2 capture point maps, which are Hanamura, Temple of Anubis, and Volskaya. But the competitive community and the pro players have kind of shown what they want to do. So I know Blizzard wants to make this competitive mode and you know, have 2 teams each play out the map and play this King of the Hill overtime thing. But Stopwatch has provided really exciting games. So if there was more intuition in the game to show the spectators and fans the stopwatch and what the line would be in the game or how much time would be left, I think it would be less confusing. Those are my hopes and dreams, ZP.
The hopes and dreams. It's an interesting debate. I think there's a lot of considerations. I see both sides in regards to where things go. I hope that, you know, there's a compromise on certain things. And I mean, I think the real hope in the end is that we end up at a solution that everyone, I mean, okay, everyone won't be happy with everything. That's just like the nature of humanity. But something that most people are happy with and most people agree make for exciting games. That's my hope in the end. And also, do you notice here from the side of creation, I think they're all-nighters are really starting to get to them. They're getting downright loopy in the global chat here. Oh, man. That being said, take a look here at the defense coming out for creation. We got Verkaeus on the Mercy, R-Tier, and Bromos on Paramacrees, Nox on the Lucio, Lynx on the Widowmaker, Numlocked on Reinhardt, and, well, take a look at the offense coming out here from the C9 side. We're going to have Surefour on McCree, Debit and Kai on a pair of Winstons, Adam on Mercy, Grego on the Lucio, and Reaver on the offensive Widow. So Lynx v Reaver 2.0 coming at you again.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if Reaver can knock down. Lynx is playing pretty aggressive with Widow, so he's going to go back now, and I think that's probably a smart decision.
Yep, Widow right now, taking a look here. Lynx versus Reaver about to come into play here in a moment, of course. The first checkpoint here is relatively free no matter what's going on. Lynx looking for his pickoffs. Both Winstons getting in on him, trying to give Reaver a little bit of a reprieve here. And Reaver is going to take that, but not without a lot of help for his Winstons. But meanwhile, because the Winstons went in on the Widowmaker, R-Tier was feasting on the C9 backline. And as a result, Creation's got hold even without, you know, the Widow battle sort of a non-factor there because of how the tanks prioritized Lynx.
Yeah, the game has gone definitely differently in the first time. Now it's been kind of Bromos and R-Tier to lead them with double McCree. Still better than one McCree right now, and double McCree isn't bad for anti-Winston. We talked about Soldier probably being better in the hangar, but double McCree is still a decent counter to Winston in general. That's not a Reaper in the game.
Yeah, no, I mean, right click gets some of the highest damage in the game for crunching tanks, and you know, it's a little bit less than a Reaper, but obviously you get way more utility with the McCree. That being said, Debit able to take out R-Tier. The 65. Lynx has to kill Reaper here, or C9 might be taking this very quickly. Reaver going to take out Lynx, and as a result, C9 in a very, very good spot to take this now. R-Tier is back alive, looking for something here, but his team is dying all around him. He has Verkaeus with him, that's about it. Winston going in, Winston going to get just shredded, but Surefour going to shred R-Tier in turn, and C9 should be able to take this a little bit faster than they did last time.
Yeah, Reaver and Surefour were able to split the defense pretty nicely there. I mean, you had Kai and Debit jump in. They're able to make some space around the upper side of the map, and that allowed Reaver to kind of push in, get one frag on a Lynx, and when Lynx is down, that opens it up more, and then Surefour is kind of able to clean up. So that was more successful than the first map, and you know, I think they might even have an easier time to get through the hangar. There's not a lot of time for Creation to get into the hangar and set up.
No, and Lynx, this is the big difference here. C9's made an adjustment. The Winstons weren't heavily going after Lynx last time. Lynx was sort of left to his own devices. I think they powwowed on and said, look, he's giving Reaver a lot of trouble. Let's give Reaver some help and just get in there with Winstons. And it's being very effective, and it's opened things up a little bit more. Certainly, R-Tier has had more room to do his thing here. Less focus on him, but still not a bad switch up for C9.
No, Lynx is able to take out Reaver, and Bromos takes out Surefour, so the two big DPS players are down, and that is going to allow Creation to hold. And with that hold, they have a very strong ult advantage. They had 4 ults up. Cloud9 have 0. They are about to have Sound Barrier and Wall Hack with Reaver, but I still think this is a pretty big advantage here for for CE.
That was so close. Reaver, Lynx actually got the first shot on there, but it wasn't full power. As a result, Reaver lived with a little bit of HP, and Reaver now going to end up with a double kill. Bromos and Lynx going down. Reaver looking for more, but a damage boost to McCree going to make him back off in a hurry. Damage boost to McCree, not a pretty big threat to Widow, actually.
Yeah, and then Surefour takes down Artier, and Surefour takes down Dracaeus. Mercy down. Going to be pretty much impossible now for the Creation to win this team fight. They're just going to try to have to stall as much as possible. They get 0. I think will end up being 0 kills unless Numlock can get a frag here at the end. And,
Numlock, he's trying. He's WMS winning with the best of them, but not a whole lot there with him. Reaver now really starting to go off. Able to take out Dracaeus in the end, looking for more. And now Reaver, he's going to have Recon side up, and Lynx could be in trouble here. One thing about Widow v Widow is that it's pretty self-explanatory, but the Widow with Recon sight has a gigantic advantage. But look at that! Even though he put up the Widow sight, he wasn't really paying attention to where Lynx was, and Lynx able to win it anyways.
And that's,
Caster curse is real.
No, that is huge for Lynx, because if Reaver kills Lynx there, then they could probably push this card up. And because he's able to break down one of the DPS characters, that allows Reunited to jump in, and now that's going to allow Lynx to set up. And there's a few different places Widow can play here. Now, because they are running double Winston, they have the best chance of jumping over the end and making it hard, but Lynx has a chance.
Numlocked had a great Earthshatter there, set up 3 members of the C9 team, and now really taking a look at Creation's defense starting to solidify a bit. Really good stuff coming up from that. Lynx able to take out Reaver and all the rest, and not too shabby coming out, so... That being said, a Recon sight is down for Lynx. He's going to have to win this next fight the old-fashioned way. But C9 in a little bit of trouble here. I mean, they still have plenty of time to go forward, but the defensive Creation definitely having time to solidify.
Now, I mean, Cloud9 does have the ult advantage, but it's very minimal.
Take a look here. The offense is moving, or the defense is moving in very aggressively off the speed boost. 4 quick kills. Lynx able to take out Debit in the middle of that, and that was just a slaughter. I mean, they saw an opportunity. They said, go, go, go. And everyone, to quote Reaper, sort of died.
Yeah, no, that's giving them 3 big team fights here on D. And I actually like Nox and Dracaeus going double Lucio instead of the standard Lucio Mercy, which we traditionally see here on D. They're probably going for consecutive sound barriers. They want to make sure that probably Winx and Bromos don't die, with only having 2 DPI.
Yep, that being said, sound barriers are out on both sides. The team fight is joined. Surefour able to take out Nox. First blood, the C9. Reaver still looking for those pickoffs. Numlocked lurking, waiting with the Earthshatter. Only knocks down Reaver, and that ends up charging in the middle of nowhere. Numlocked, perhaps a sleep deprivation getting to him there. That was a little bit awkward. Still, the defense not getting totally goose-egged here, but C9 definitely with a bit more momentum. Reaver versus Lynx. Here it goes. Lynx resorting to the machine gun. Debit with the hammer to the back of the head, and C9 now going to win that fight and start moving forward towards the last bend.
Yeah, and now Reaver is able to set up here. It is one of the strongest positions for Widow, looking into defensive spawn, and he could cause tons of havoc. Already takes down Numlock. He's going to be able to continue to shoot without any type of shield to stop him.
Surefour with the double kill, in fact, too. Cloud9 with a lot of momentum here. This might be the delay phase here where Creation can't stop this. All they can do is delay. We'll see if they can do even that as Cloud9 just rolls to the point. Sets a time. Not a bad time here, but Creation definitely having their good moments of delaying, particularly near the end.
Not as much as the previous map. And we wouldn't have known how the final point would have gone in the previous map, but if on offense here, if you're able to get Widow on top of either bridge at the end of the map, you have such a clear sign of light into the defensive respawn that you can get so many picks and makes it so difficult for defense to even try to stall out the game. I mean, I've seen Divas and Maze, and it can kind of do it, but it is very hard once Widow is able to get there and not be pressured.
Slash, I gotta say, looking at the team chat here, I think Lynx and Reaver might think they're in a battle anime or something, where Lynx is like, you know, I thought I was getting tired, but I'm actually getting excited from this challenge. I mean... I don't even know. That's a practically trope worthy at this point, but both really strong competitors, really enjoying fighting each other. I mean, it's been great watching the back and forth between them here in the set.
652, strong time, but beatable. Definitely beatable. You know, Creation definitely has an opportunity here. I think it's also going to come down to if Lynx can win opening Widow battle against Cloud9. Now, they like to play their defense a little bit differently. Surefour likes to play Soldier, which I think is really the optimal solution. I think we didn't see Creation and a lot of other teams maybe use Soldier as much as it should, but we saw at one point double Soldier, double Tracer, double Lucio even on this map, and Soldier can be so good in the hangar especially that I think that is the right move, and now to allow Grego to be on Widow. Not as amazing, of course, as Reaver, but still very competent, and Lynx should have maybe a little bit of an easier time against his Grego, but it's still going to be a challenge enough for him, and I think that's going to allow one Reaver to take on our tier, but I think this is really looking towards Surefour and what kind of damage he can do on Soldier.
Yeah, no, I mean, last time we saw Surefour here on Gibraltar, he was nothing short of beastly, just on a gigantic kill streak, laying in ridiculous amounts of damage. Surefour on Gibraltar is very, very scary, and I agree. I think 76 is a really good pick here. I think 76 in general is probably the most chronically underused character in the game. Here's the interesting thing to note here, and I'll say this carefully because people sort of get the wrong idea. If you're new to Overwatch, you look at 76's kit and you go, oh, he's simple, he's sort of the COD character. On face value, you're right, there's nothing too complicated about his mechanics. Has a rocket, has sprint, etc. But the skill required in playing 76 to his highest levels, one of the hardest characters to play in the game at a high level. And 76's, I think, have barely even touched his potential thus far.
Yeah, no, you're very right. There's a lot of characters that, because they haven't been used so much in the meta, there's a long way to go for them to find their place, because of how new the game is as a whole.
So we see the offense coming out here for Creation. Creation with the time to beat of 6:52. Definitely a beatable time. They're going to need the move here pretty quickly. They can't... Yeah, Lynx able to take out Grego there. Really good stuff coming out from Lynx. And now let's see if they can snowball this in their favor. That being said, it's going to be up to Lynx to take out Surefour here. If he can take out Surefour, I think they take this point really easily. If Surefour is getting in troubles, it's going to be real hard. That's really what this thing goes down on. Lynx able to take out Surefour, and this could be exactly what Creation needs, Slasher.
Yeah, it really is. They just need to take down Adam. Mercy is down. Winston should be next. In Creation, Lynx is just pushing the cart while they win the team fight. Creation with a much better opening time than Cloud9. They have now put themselves in the driving seat to take map 1. They just got to get through the hangar with a solid time. Lynx is going to push ahead to try to get as much damage done before they can set up.
Yeah, and Lynx absolutely on fire here thus far. I know Grego's a really good Widow, but I wonder, do you just put Reaver back on the Widow to deal with this?
Grego's already on Lucio.
Yeah, he switched off. He had enough of that to begin with, but Lynx absolutely making a statement here early on. The Winston's from C9 moving in. Artira busting out the Deadeye, looking for what he can get. And everyone's just like, you know what, we're just not going to peek. That's one of the things that teams have had really bad discipline on, actually, is they peek Deadeyes and get punished. Don't peek Deadeyes. Don't be a hero. That being said, C9 coming in. Double kill from Surefour and Reaver moving forward. Resurrection is going to come up from the offense, so it's not quite over yet, but C9 definitely seems to have the momentum in their favor, at least at the moment in the hangar.
Yeah, even after the Resurrection by Creation there, Cloud9 still has won now both team fights very cleanly, I would say, especially considering the respawns they're now going to have. Decently sized ults from one to another, but they are making this double DPS work right now. They only have Surefour and Reaver on DPS, while Debit and Kai has continued to be this defensive Winston.
Surefour coming in, landing a lot of good damage here. Reaver getting into the backline, takes out Artira. 3 kills here for C9. And Surefour just absolutely being deadly accurate here on top of the ship. And again, 76 doing a lot of work. Again, Chad actually being a little bit sarcastic, like, LOL, 76 not that hard to play. Believe me, most 76s can't do what Surefour is doing right now.
I mean, yeah, really, Surefour is a hit scan character. It's hard to aim hit scans. It's hard to aim these things in these games. Yes, I mean, characters still move fast. Hitting everything is difficult.
That being said, look at this. Creation coming in real quickly there. Bromos able to take out Reaver. Kai fighting right back, takes out Lynx, but this is a pretty promising push here from Creation. That being said, Resurrection coming out for the C9 side, bring up the Fallen Heroes, and Adam might be the true hero there. That Resurrect paying huge dividends and should stop the Creation push cold.
Yeah, and now this has allowed Cloud9, I think, to win, probably the last 14 fights in a row. And no amount of ultimates has really helped Creation. Lynx is able to get Surefour, which is a little bit of a positive note for them, but, they're able to be so aggressive here. Actually, that's a second kill. So
Yeah, no, they have a
maybe
chance.
Cloud9 gave up 2. Yeah, this has really allowed creation an opportunity here. 6-on-4 to start off.
They're down to Winston. They were down Surefour. Surefour, though, going to be sprinting back in the battle here in a moment.
Mercy down.
Yep, down goes Mercy, and Bromos getting some good revenge here. And really, just 1 or 2 more kills here for the creation side. They might be able to get through the hangar relatively easily, but might be easier said than done. Both McCree and 76 hanging out there by the ship, both still alive. And the creation offense stalling out a little bit here as they try and go for picks. Reaver in the back line gets 1, ends up getting picked out. Bromos taking out Kai. 4v4 at the moment, but look at this. Surefour could bust out the tac visor at a moment's notice, putting a lot of pressure on the Lynx. In comes the Helix rocket. Might be seeing tac visor here any second now.
Adam with a big res on top of the ship is able to get 2 before he dies. Dracaeus has his, but he's still, you know, a little bit behind here.
Resurrection coming out for the offense. Really good res. No punishment at all. And the offense can continue pushing forward here. That being said, time-wise, they only have about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, so they are quickly running out of time to do what they want to do. Flanking Deadeye out from Reaver. Gets a triple kill. Surefour's attack visor coming in with the cleanup. And Surefour and Reaver are going to, between the two of them, completely wipe out the offense of creation.
I mean, it feels like, how much time is remaining
My ultimate is charging.
now for creation?
So, how much is for creation? Minute 50.
I mean, that was really their opportunity. They got the first 2 picks. Cloud9 again overextending, losing Debit, losing, I think it was Surefour, and they had the 6-on-4. They pushed the cart almost to the end of the hangar, but losing that last battle is going to be very hard for them. Now,
Yep, they do have the Lucille coming up. This is a decent opportunity. They get 2 kills, but now they just might be up against the clock too much. Only a minute 30 remaining here. Even if they fully wipe this out, there's so much progress to go on the cart, I don't think they can do it. I agree. I think the last major team fight, that was their last big opportunity.
I mean, I guess they have an opportunity if they win this cleanly right now, and push it the rest of the way. They still have a shot, I think, but it's going to be very hard. They're going to have to try to push spawn right now.
Yeah, they have about a minute left here. I think mathematically it's possible.
They need to get very aggressive. They need to get a bunch of kills and get people caught out and try to have 3 people on the cart the entire way through.
Yep, so looking here at the defense moving forward. Surefour just absolutely drilling Lynx and takes him out with the long-range Helix rocket. Oh my goodness, Surefour absolutely beasting there. Who needs attack visor anyways? That was ridiculous.
Surefour's soldier is seriously pretty sick.
And Surefour activating the attack visor, putting in some true auto aim, cleaning this up, and that is going to be GG. Cloud9 taking Watch Point Gibraltar, going up 1-0 here in our winners bracket finals in the Alienware monthly melee.
You know, creation actually had the best possible start that they could have wanted. They had a better opening than Cloud9 did on offense, and as soon as they hit the hangar, it seems like they got a little bit sloppy and I think a little bit ahead of themselves. And then Cloud9 was able to win, you know, several team fights in a row. And you just can't let that happen for the most part. Like, you can lose 1 or 2 team fights and then try to save your ults and then eventually push through, because now that you've lost 1 or 2, you have the ults ready, you know, to win the next fight and then to get as much distance as possible. If you lose that next fight, it's so much harder for you to get through the area, because more than likely you losing the fight with the ult advantage has now severely given the defending team the ult advantage for the next fight, and then more than likely you're going to have to at least battle once in an ult disadvantage to even have the opportunity the next time to maybe go on 50-50 ground.
I mean, in the end, what it comes down to, you need to take advantage of your opportunities. Losing certain team fights, especially if you throw ults into them, is absolutely catastrophic. You don't want to be in a situation where it's like, okay, we go on 4 ults, you use the ults, you lose them, and then you're in a situation where the other team now has 3 ults, because then not only are you going to lose the next fight, but you're probably going to lose the fight after that as well. It just puts you in a bad death spiral, and it's not a road you want to go down. So we are allowed to use EU servers here. That being said, I'm not sure the fix was applied to EU servers. I hope it was. Debhead saying just in from Blizzard to use Broken for Life. I don't think that's gonna work. So to EU we go.
I mean, it is fair. That was the original rule set. And as we've talked about, Blizzard, this is Overwatch, for those of you who don't know, is one of the very first first-person shooters, and I've been playing, ZPS comes from Tribes, and I've been playing Quake for the last 13 years. You cannot play North America versus Europe online competently because of the ping difference. And Overwatch has actually done a pretty decent job of being able to play NA versus EU with 150 ping and have it be reasonably competitive. With the most recent update, they tried to fix some of the issues of, because of the leniency and how they do the netcode and why you're able to have 150 ping and be able to play, is that you're more likely to get shot around corners and things like that due to the way that they did the lag compensation. They've tried to make you get shot around corners less for lower pings, but by doing so, they've made it more like traditional first-person shooters where it is now kind of hard to play with 110, 120 ping. It does feel easier to hit your shots than in like Counter-Strike Go or Quake or probably another traditional FPS like Team Fortress or Dirty Bomb. Right now, it is easier to hit your shots because of the way the client-side prediction works in the game. But now with the recent patch, it is kind of traditionally a little bit hard right now. So Creation was definitely the underdog in that game because we're playing on NA. Now that we're going to EU, this is right up the alley for Creation.
That being said, we haven't seen that much cross-Atlantic play coming out from C9, but the times we have seen them go cross-Atlantic, they've been pretty darn good. I mean, they gave Reunited all they could handle and more when they were on EU servers back in the ONOG tournament. So really, I would not expect too much less SC9, but you're right, especially with the recent netcode changes. You do feel it a little bit more. I'd say original Overwatch netcode, back when you did have a little bit more getting shot around corners and all the rest, was very, very generous for cross-Atlantic play, and it made it so you didn't really feel it too much at all. But you did sort of have this point where people got annoyed because they would get shot around corners and all the rest. And a lot of that is sort of misconception. People don't really get how lag compensation works and all the rest. But still, it's very annoying when it happens to you. And, Blizzard sort of cut the difference and said, okay, we're going to do this, even if it comes at a bit of a cost of that. I don't think it's in a perfect spot right now, but I understand why they made the changes. I think it will end up in a good position in the end. That being said, cross-Atlantic play is still very much doable. I mean, obviously, Creation was giving C9 a pretty darn good fight in the last map, and we'll see how things go here on Kings Row.
Yeah, I mean, personally, some of the pro players actually would like to revert it back to how things were to allow you to play intercontinental online play. I actually kind of like it that Blizzard reduced things a little bit. Getting shot around corners in FPS games is one of the worst feelings you can have because you know that you went around the corner and that you shouldn't have been able to be killed, but on their screen, they saw you before you went there and you died. And that is, there are fewer things in FPS games like that can really annoy you and make you think that you didn't lose because if you got out-skilled, you just got out-pinged, out-lucked, etc. So I think for me, I'm okay with them making it harder to play with high ping. I'd rather it be more accessible with low ping and not have that. So, but Kings Row coming up next. I think we'll probably see pretty similar to things to what we've seen from Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
we had Numlocked go Roadhog in their most recent games on this map. Dracaeus likes to play a Zen more than he does Mercy here. Even Lynx was going Mei. Now, I don't know how much to take that last game of today on Kings Row, but I wonder how much of that we will see.
I think, so earlier today, I do think we had a little bit of messing around between Reunited and Creation. I don't think either was really pulling out their best shots, but in the same time, I don't think either was fully messing around either. I think they were legitimately trying new things out, saying, all right, this isn't really going to affect standings that much. Let's see what sort of things we might be able to do and stick, where, there was even comments from Reunited were like, maybe this 3 Winston strategy is a thing. It actually could be. Who knows? That it did more at points than I was certainly expecting in watching those games. So that being said, I do think Roadhog is a possibility to come out more often. I think Bastion, of course, is a possibility to come out more often. We've seen LG really bringing that back into the fold. And yeah, I mean, some of the sort of experiments we see, maybe you don't see it in a match like this where people are really going ultimate tryhard and want to go to the tried and true. But I do think we're going to see more of it going forward. And who knows, Creation down a game here on the verge of being knocked into losers finals. Maybe they do bring out some razzle dazzle in the end. So we'll see. Let's see, Creation is ready. C9 is ready. We're ready. We're getting in the map number 2, Kings Row, Creation Esports versus Cloud9. Should be good.
Just to give an update throughout the brackets, LG did defeat Liquid in the losers bracket. So I'm not sure if there's an update, but it is Gringos versus LG. That match should be going on. I'm not sure if it's finished. And then the loser of this will be playing the winner of that in the loser bracket finals, which we will be airing next.
Right after this. Yep.
So on offense, you know, I think I assume we'll see some more things. I think we'll probably see Reaver on Widow again, or maybe Pharah Mercy if Kai wants to go with Zarya. They have had two different styles. Either it's going to be Reaver on Widow, or it's going to be Reaver on Pharah trying to take over. And they've had the Pharah Zarya combo work for them, I would say, pretty successfully. But actually, on the creation side, they're not gonna go, I think, with anything that we might have saw recently, and they're gonna go, I think, with the tried and true. Lynx is gonna play Widow, and they're gonna have Bromos and Artier playing double McCree, which one we've seen on Kings Row a ton anyway. 2, they've been running double McCree this whole time, and 3, we've seen them use this tonight as well. So it's pretty similar to what they've been running this whole time.
I mean, for those who are just getting the scene, Creation Esports used to be known as Flat Earth, and they were sort of the pioneers of double McCree. They ran it before anyone else. Artier, one of the sort of... Oh man, that's awesome, the spray. The kid saying well played. Anyways, back on point. They've been running double McCree for a while. They're really, really effective with it. Take a look here at the defense coming out from Creation. It's going to be Nox on the Lucio, Artier on McCree, Bromos on a second McCree, Dracaeus on Mercy, Numlocked on the Reinhardt, and Lynx on the Widowmaker. Meanwhile, take a look at the offense. It's going to be Reaver on a Widowmaker, Adam on Mercy, Surefour on McCree, Kai on that offensive Zarya, Debit on Winston, and Grego on the Lucio. So Reaver v Lynx getting ready for another Fated showdown.
Are you surprised that Kai is on Zarya and Reaver's not on Pharah? It's going to be harder for them to combo ult, probably with Surefour is the ultimate goal there.
They have less wombo potential, but I think they have enough respect for Lynx that Reaver didn't want to go Pharah. That's my guess. Numlocked able to get first play of the game, able to take down Surefour in the beginning. Kai going to go down as well. Debit, though, striking right back, winning the Reinhardt v Reinhardt battle. But the defense not holding too badly here. That being 2 more kills coming out from Artier and Bromos. And they should hold this. The real danger here for defense is that if you have a situation where you wipe out the enemy team but lose 2 people, because the respawn wave can really do damage when it comes right back in, because the respawn, I mean, it's right there.
Yeah, I mean, it is much easier for offense. So for all of you who don't know, we are on European server, so Creation is favored here to win, especially a lot of the aim duels.
We do see a speed boost coming out there. Moving forward, Lynx looking to take out Reaver. Not able to get him just yet. Reaver moving to the outside. Might have to deal with Lynx here again in a second. Both teams still full strength. We do have Kai on the Roadhog now with the switch up. We'll see if we get some sick hooks coming our way. Always love seeing Kai bust out the Roadhog. Lynx, though, with this kill on Reaver, leaving Cloud9 without a 6th player. Reaver will be coming back here in a moment, but they're going all the way around. A little bit of ring around the rosy going on in the backfield here. And I think Lynx just took out Reaver again, so Lynx really being oppressive versus Reaver thus far.
Yeah, now we have an interesting standoff on top with both Reinhardts.
And the Reinhardts are on top, but look at this. Creation absolutely exploding. 5 kills for Creation. Going to push out C9. Down goes Kai in the end. That sound barrier didn't even need to come down. A little bit wasted, but hey, I mean, when you have the team kill horn, how badly can you feel? Creation definitely bringing it right now. So
Kai had immediately gone to Roadhog, and he even had 80% ult, and now he goes to Winston. Do you think they're just trying things out? Do you think maybe because of ping they're not able to do what they wanted? Because that was a very quick switch off of Zarya, and then from Roadhog right into Winston. Seems like they're a little bit undecisive.
I'm a little bit surprised that he went off the Zarya, given that you usually stay on Zarya till ult. Just a little bit wasted otherwise. But that being said, Bromos able to take out Reaver. Big Earthshower coming down from Debit, but I'm not sure they're going to follow up. Bromos being an absolute iron curtain there, getting a whole bunch of kills, but Kai and Surefour coming right back. Deadeye from Surefour connects, makes for 2 more kills, and now Cloud9 with the resurrection might be able to take this point. Beautiful play coming out of Surefour, Kai, and of course Adam with a spot-on resurrection.
Yeah, 6th flank from Surefour, able to get 3 from the Deadeye from behind. That allows Adam to get the res, and they're able to get the point off that. So big plays from Surefour. If he doesn't get that, more than likely they're able to stall out again for another big team fight, and they actually probably had the ult advantage, and there's a good chance that Cloud9 might not even get point A.
Yeah, no, that was a really interesting fight coming out, but Cloud9, in the end, able to turn it to their favor. Bromas, though, able to take out Reaver from the long range. Bromas, I'll say this much, coming back to his own soil, definitely favoring Bromas here. He has had a much bigger impact in this game than he did back on Gibraltar.
Yeah, and it's very important for him in the flex position to be able to get kills. It's already hard enough for Artir and for Lynx to go toe-to-toe with Reaver and Surefour right now, and it is a very tight matchup, but Bromas is allowing them to have a little bit of a better time here with the triple DPS against double DPS of...
Look at this, Cloud9 being absolutely relentless, a beautiful Russian. Both Winston's well coordinated, Reaver at the follow-up, Reaver on a double kill, following up Kai here. 4 kills for Cloud9, Lynx in trouble, Lynx going to go down, Surefour shooting him in the head. And that was just amazing. You blinked and you might have missed C9 just wiping out Creation. C9, that's one thing you gotta give C9. Their ability to initiate a fight and just have devastating consequences might be second to none in the game right now.
Now, you were saying Reaver might have had too much respect and given it to, you know, for Creation. That's why he didn't bring out the Pharah, but he brings out the Pharah and they win that huge. Him and Surefour go big, they get 5. And now they're gonna, Creation's gonna change it up a bit, and Lynx is gonna go on Bastion instead of Widow for this final point.
El Presidente coming in. I do like the idea of the Bastion versus the double Winston, though. I mean, it's not the worst idea, but Surefour the Deadeye says no robots here.
This is gonna be rough.
Yeah, this is a really big opportunity here for C9. Adam holding on to his res, might be bringing up the Fallen here in a second. There comes the Resurrection. We'll see if it's enough for C9 to keep momentum. Not a bad look for Adam. Kai, though, getting charged into the back. Got brought on a trip by Numlocked. Surefour going to go down as well. Take a look at Reaver. Reaver's still alive with the double kill in the middle of that, so not a full loss. In fact, Reaver on a triple kill. His Reaver, I mean, we talk a lot about his hit scan, but oh, my goodness, his Pharah absolutely on point right now.
And especially Adam, too. Adam's able to stay alive that entire team fight. They're not able to kill Mercy. Adam comes in, reses 2, and stays with Reaver. We know how impactful Pharah Mercy can be.
Reaver coming in over the top with the poking. Right now, C9 in a good position here. Surefour able to take out Numlocked. Lynx is able to take out Adam. There will be no offensive resurrection, but C9 might not need it. They are swarming all over this point, and this might be desperation time here for the side of Creation. Lynx able to kill Reaver at the very least, but look at this payload. The offense getting in there. Surefour doing a whole lot of work. Surefour versus Bromas. Surefour, though, getting pushed back, and the defensive Creation able to hold in there.
Yeah, Creation with a strong hold at the very end, but Cloud9 really did a whole lot of work there. They're able to push it now all the way to the end. One team fight and the map is going to be over. Pretty decent time so far. Ults are pretty close, but Bromas and Artir are both going to have Deadeye very shortly.
Yep, they're moving forward. Bromas looking for his opportunity to go in. We'll be seeing a Deadeye coming out here perhaps soon. Kai, though, 2 quick kills on the Winston, finding a way. Numlock, though, fighting right back. 3 kills for Creation. Lynx went down, though, so it's effectively a 3v3 right now. It's a 3v3, though, with Reaver on the top part looking for pickoffs. That is a dangerous part for Creation. You don't want to have Reaver be just uncontested up here, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Reaver able to pick people off as he wills. Not getting anything just yet, but does take out Bromas, and now C9 in great position, should be able to cap this out.
So pretty solid there from Creation at the end, but I would say it's a pretty good time for Cloud9. On this server, they weren't having the best of luck early on in the map, but I think definitely towards the mid to the end of King's Row, they're really able to get things done. I want to ask, Creation and a tendency today, maybe the last few days, has a tendency at the end of maps to go double Lucio on defense instead of Mercy Lucio. Do you feel like the double sound barrier, reasoning is the better move here over Mercy's amp and heal? I have liked it. I like the idea, and I'm trying to, last out these fights. But it seems like Mercy is still the better choice with the res potential and the damage that you could do with the spam onto the offensive coming through.
I'll say this, I think Lucio gives you a more consistent baseline. It's very hard to mess up sound barrier. You're always going to have sound barrier come up. You're usually going to get good value off it. Resurrection, even though it comes up a lot, is much trickier to use. It's way more feast or famine. You could totally turn a fight with Resurrection and just win it off the power of Res alone. But also frequently, if the Resurrection is in a bad spot, you could just feed the other team a whole bunch of ultimate off people that res that bad spot and just get killed again immediately. So Mercy, I think, the Mercy-Lucio combination is more risk, more reward. double Lucio, more consistency, even things out a little bit.
We haven't seen double Lucio so much on the payload maps, not nearly as much as King of the Hill, that is. So to see them try to go double Lucio at the end of these maps, it is interesting. I don't know if it's worked out as well as they wanted to, but I think it is, you know, a good prospect here. Cloud9, I think, is going to probably be running similar to what they ran before. Reaver Soldier did work here on King's Row the first time. Looks like they're going to go in a similar manner. They're one of the few teams that has continued to run Symmetra on defense. The shield nerf has really dumpstered her in terms of how much impact she's had. She has no impact now on King of the Hill, and she's picked 0 times on offense because we don't really see double tracer as much on payload anymore. But even on defense, the safer pick is still Mercy and Lucio, or double Lucio, or even Zenyatta. We've seen reunited use it a whole lot, and we've seen Chipsagen from IDQD use Zenyatta a whole lot. And Symmetra's, you know, usefulness on D seems to be lessening a little bit, but we've seen Symmetra do work on King's Row, and it feels like they're able to still take that risk and high risk, high reward of the teleporter. They feel that confident in making that pick.
Yeah, and also you look at their team comp too, they're not that reliant on the extra shields. They have a lot of heroes that sort of, I mean, it would be nice to have the extra 50 shields in, say, McCree, but they're not pairing Symmetra up with sort of your squishier, more pixie characters that really need the Symmetra buff to be able to be highly aggro. That being said, the battle is engaged. Creation not wasting any time, diving right in there with the Winston. Both teams still at full strength, no one dying just yet, but the offense getting really peppered here by the defense. Might be seeing the first death of the game soon. But really close between both teams as Reaver able to take out R-Tier, making some things happen. Link still firing right back, able to take out Grego, and really close so far. Bromos with the double kill, so Creation might be saying a very, very quick time here in point A. They just need a few more kills to take this, and the Symmetra gamble will not pay off.
Well, Adam got a big res himself, but it doesn't seem like they're winning the duels. It seems Link's got 2, Artier now with 1, and yes, Creation's going to take that point. So the good res is coming out from each side. I think Adam got 2, while only Dracaeus got 1, but they were not able to do enough damage. You need to win your first team fight for Symmetra to have any use. Even if you lose it, like if you kill 4 and you lose 3, even then you're pretty much, it's almost impossible to take back point A. And now look how far Creation is pushing up to put on the aggression.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really care. They're just going to go way far up. They, you know, R-Tier being very oppressive, looking for extra kills, because that'll happen a lot where the defense member will get a little bit too aggro. They'll run into a flashbang, they'll die, and then suddenly the offense can go even further. That being said, Cloud9 not going to feed extra deaths here. They are setting up. Next fight is on the way, but take a look at Bromos here, Slasher. Bromos has Graviton at the ready, and this could spell very, very big trouble here for Cloud9 in the street space of King's Row.
And we haven't seen it yet, but we know how great Graviton is on this map.
Ooh, there it is. A beautiful Graviton results in 3 kills for Creation. Resurrection is going to come up. We'll see if C9 can turn this in their favor, but a very nice initiation coming out from Bromos. But C9's starting to fight it back. Reaver gets a kill. See a kill coming out of Surefour, but still a lot of offensive momentum for Creation, though they are getting pushed back.
Yeah, no, they won pretty much off of that res. Dracaeus dies before he's able to get off his res, and as we've spoken about, Mercy is not as much as high risk, high reward as something like Zenyatta right now, especially with the nerf to him, but Mercy still, if you can get the res, that can nullify an entire Zarya ult in one. It's even worse because not only is the Zarya ult gone, and you probably had to combo in with another ult, but everyone has full health again, and as long as your res Mercy doesn't die while resing, you have a very good chance of healing all those characters at res and winning that next team fight. And if you don't kill the Mercy in the beginning, that's what will happen a lot of times.
Well, both Mercies are charged up. They both have the Resurrections on point. The defense here, 4C9 being very, very aggressive, getting heavily into the streets here, and they're bringing this into the bar. We have a bar fight. Kai going absolutely ape in there. The Resurrection, though, going to come up and bringing up those fallen offensive heroes. We'll see if it's enough. Link's taking to the skies, looking for pickoff. Surefour going to clear the skies. Bromos, though, coming in from the flank. A really scrappy fight here. Resurrection's going on both sides, but the Resurrection coming out later from C9, and C9 should be able to clean this up.
I mean, Cloud9 is doing a very solid job here on defense with these higher pings. They're making it very tough, and that's going to force Lynx into Pharah, which we've seen him on a bunch, and that's going to have Artier and now Bromos. They both have ult right now. They have the ult advantage. And now with Drakeus down, though, that's going to be so difficult for Creation to deal with. I mean, this is the advantage. If you push ahead and you can get a pick like that against Mercy, it forces the offense to reset entirely. They have to wait for Mercy to respawn. They can't push forward, and that causes your time to go. But if, let's say, Reaver dies there, then they have a 6-on-5 to push the cart.
That being said, next fight is on the way. Drakeus is back after that beautiful pick from Reaver. Earthshatter is at the ready, but Earthshatter gonna come in from the offense first. A big opportunity here as R-Tier explodes with the triple Deadeye. Resurrection, though, coming up from Adam. We'll see if that's enough to turn this back in Cloud9's favor, and if it is, props to Adam. Just great Resurrection sense. Stays out of the line of fire. Resurrection coming up for the offense, but they've lost a lot of momentum here. We'll see if they're able to do this. Soundbarrier coming in after the res. The Beta 1 combo is real, and this actually might give the advantage to the offense. Soundbarrier after Resurrection, one of the strongest 1-2 combos in the game, and kind of cool to see it coming back into the meta when it was gone for so long.
Oh,
it was
Cloud9 stalls it. They didn't get the checkpoint. They're able to get the Soundbarrier themselves, and Creation doesn't get it. That was so huge from Cloud9. Creation needs to get that checkpoint. They were finally able to. Drakeus didn't die. He gets the res. They would have pushed the cart so close, but now Cloud9 has a big opportunity to win this map right now, 2-0.
Yeah, Cloud9 very close here. And time-wise, they only have to hold for a minute 30, and Sure4 really being the hero there. Creation did not check their watches because it was high noon. Sure4 came in with a great triple kill, and now things a little bit ugly here for Creation Esports. They're on the verge of losing Kings Row. They have to make something happen here. Link's coming in with the barrage, gets a kill. Sure4, though, gets jumped into the air by Lucio, I think. Ends up taking out Farah, but still a pretty big aggressive push here coming up from Creation. This is what they needed to do. But still, the defense stalling them out for a little bit longer than they'd like here. Lucio buying time, Grego being pretty slippery on the point. And now only a minute 5 remains. This is still doable for Creation, but everything has to go their way here on this final push.
Yeah, I mean, Wings is now switching to Tracer off of the Farah, and I think they need to start being aggressive here. They need to have 3 in the cart for it to go as fast as possible. Reaver is going to stand in his favorite spot now as Widow, and Wings is actually going to switch into Widow instead of Tracer. They have to kill Reaver for them to be able to get through this part.
Yeah, they have to. Reaver has to go down. Reaver, and look at this. Oh no, Lynx just gets shot in the head by Reaver. That being said, Lynx is going to get the salty run back here, is immediately going to get resurrected. The Resurrection Drakeus on point, and Lynx does get the salty run back, takes out Reaver. And now there is an opportunity here for Creation, but that being said, time-wise, only 20 seconds. I might be overstaying this. 20 seconds remaining. I'm not sure they can do this. This would be a long way for the payload to go, and Sure4 the triple kill, making absolutely sure they can't do this. Sure4 absolutely being the hero for C9, and C9 is going to move on to the grand finals in our Alienware monthly melee.
Sure4 shutting it down. Adam with huge reses throughout, both of these maps, clutch reses, and Sure4 with the kills. Cloud9 playing extremely well, especially on European server. Big props to them going through to the finals.
Yeah, really good stuff coming up from them. They're moving on to the finals, and it's going to be Creation. Do we have know what happened in the losers bracket? If we go by stats, it would be Creation versus LG in the losers finals, and that would be a good one.
Not sure if LG Gringos has completed. They should be playing right now, actually. I don't think that that match is over. So these games really were determined by, Cloud9 kind of getting it together. Like, they were having trouble playing on offense at the beginning of Kings Row, and then immediately Reaver switches to Farah. Sure4 wants to go into God mode, and they're able to get 5 kills in the streets and push them to the second checkpoint, and they're able to use that momentum to get them through the map. And on the flip side, Creation had opportunities on offense on Kings Row. They got point A pretty much immediately. They had a better time than Cloud9 to start off Kings Row, and Cloud9 is able to make plays happen, to get Soundbarrier right before the second checkpoint on that map and to stall out as long as possible. And Cloud9 is really good right now at accomplishing that and getting the team play together when they really need it to make sure that they win these maps. Let alone Cloud9, they've
just been operating on all levels, and the thing about Cloud9, there's multiple heroes. I mean, that game, Surefour was the hero, but we've seen Reaver go off. We've seen other people, we've seen just the tanks in general carry them without tons of heroics from the DPS. C9 can get carried by any of the members on their team, and that's part of why you have that many threats. Eventually, someone's going to get something done. That being said, this is the Alienware Monthly Melee. We're going to be taking a short break,
LG
and then
wins.
we'll be right back.
So it's LG versus Creation up next.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so we'll be back here in just a few moments, bringing you the losers finals, LG versus Creation. Both of them looking for revenge against Cloud9 in the grand finals. Should be a good one, and we'll be back in just a few short minutes. Stay tuned.